want to grow as a grower? Are you tired of being put to sleep by your educational growcasts? Are you tired of hearing about products you don't fucking want and can't afford? Are you tired of being told how you should grow? Hi, I'm Johnny Apple, and joining me is everyone's favorite amphibian, the Reverend Pirate Frog. Join us as we sift through the bullshit on the internet and try to get better as growers. This is Your Average Grow.
Hey, dude.
Hey, man, what's up?
It has been so long since it was just Frapple that I am so glad to get you all alone again. Now, before I turn this into too much of a erotic novel, why don't you tell me about your garden, dude? It's been fucking forever. Give me a major apple update. What's fall? I guess it's winter now, right? Is it technically winter in New York?
Well, the fucking snowplows just knocked over my goddamn garbage truck out, or my garbage can outside. So
yes,
yeah,
I would assume so. All right. Well, tell me about Frapple or tell me about winter in Apple Land.
Well, this time of year, the apples all start to fall off the tree and die and create new apple trees.
There you go.
Well, speaking of, dude, I just fucking harvested everything I have in flower in my garden.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go down the list. What'd you fucking harvest?
Well, fuck, let's start over at Dad's, because so did he. He harvested his joints blueberry, the G-Fog, and the banana milk.
What was the best smelling out of those three?
His favorite was I think it was the banana milk.
Right on.
But he likes more of a gas. So my favorite was the fucking joints blueberry. It had my most favorite. It had like more of a fruity terps. The other two had like the burnt rubber and the fucking gas diesel-y terps.
G-Fog, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't matter, because something happened and that whole fucking 4x4 has pollen.
Really?
It got pollinated. Yep. So like he sent me a picture of a grinder and I didn't look close enough. I was like, cool, why is he showing me his grinder? And then I remember him texting me about, I found a seed. He's like, I just rolled a tester of joints. It was amazing. And then the next day he goes, I just rolled a tester of the G-Fog, found a seed halfway through. I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. And then he sent me a picture of his grinder. And then I was like, oh, cool, his grinder. Thought nothing of it. And then I was like, wait a minute. If I think about his tech messages over the last couple of days, I better pay attention. I look closer at the grinder. I was like, fuck, dude, that is a grinder full of seeds. Yep.
Damn.
Yep. So, and then, so I went over there and we just grabbed 3 branches off of all 3 plants, and every one of them. So we missed something herming, and I know it wasn't joint shit because I've had banana milk herms and G-Fog herms, every single one of them. Every time I plant those seeds, I think I had like 20 of each of them. They're all gone now, but I've had a fucking herm or 2 from each fucking batch every time. So it doesn't surprise me, but now I'm questioning. So because it hermed, it's feminized pollen, right?
I believe, yeah, right?
If it was because it's only got feminized. Yeah, so anything that was in joints blueberries technically feminized.
Well, now see, I'm wondering.
The only way I'm going to be able to
feminized seeds, right? Were they was everything in the bed feminized seeds?
No, joints. I had DNA confirmed. So joints was a true female confirmed. The other 2 were feminized from, I think it was their nuke head strains, I think.
Okay.
Like old ass fucking stock.
Yeah. Well, if the feminized, yes, if that's what hermed, and that pollen would be fem pollen.
That's what I think. So anything from joints now is going to have joints lineage plus feminized pollen from whatever the fuck that was. So that could be kind of fun to play with. I mean, knowing that you're going to have potential for
From
herms.
genetics, though.
Exactly.
You don't really want to start.
No, I don't want to play with it, but I'm saying it would be fun to fucking grow out if I had a fucking open 2x4 or something like that.
Yeah,
but to like
a field
plant
of
a bunch
it,
of the seeds in some solo cups and flip them just to confirm. Like I'm saying, it's fun to like learn with the shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it is a bummer that Joints got seeded out though too, because
dude, the
his
whole
genetics
thing, like,
are fucking great.
Dude, he was so mad. He's like, I don't even know what to do. He's like, I'm gonna have to go find some. I was like, why? It's not that bad. I was like, you got to sift out some seed, yeah. But it's better than anything you're gonna go fucking buy. Number one, on the street, and number two, affordable off the fucking like from the dispensary. I was like, shit happens, man. Don't like ruin a whole fucking grow and like plan on making edibles with it. Like, yeah, you got a little work every fucking time you have to roll your joint because you have to sift through the seeds. But you're fucking 65 years old almost. You've been doing this for how fucking long? This ain't your first rodeo sifting seeds, bro. And he was like, he's gotten true.
Spoiled.
Exactly. Spoiled. I was like, yeah, don't beat your like, look, time is money, man. Your time sifting through a little bit of seed is a little bit of money, way more valuable than fucking going to a dispensary and buying fucking dry weed from who fucking knows. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, you bet your ass I'm fucking picking through all the fucking seeds. I ain't wasting
I
shit.
would too. I was like, dude, don't. I mean, it sucks. Like I just harvested all my shit too, and I found seeds in my sauce, the applesauce. It doesn't surprise me. They had fucking spider mites. I was barely going in that tent, barely watering, barely even opening the fucking door. Then a god had a fucking fire in the tent the one time I did fucking water it.
Well, you like, can't get ahead of yourself. We have to talk about all this. But yes, the that was chaos what you just described. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's things happen. It's a hobby, right? You're gonna take your licks sometimes. You just gotta kind of.
But I was just trying to like, don't get too bummed. It sucks, man. Now we know you need to pay more fucking attention. Yeah, you've missed something somewhere. Obviously, we missed a herm. We missed a nanner. We missed. Well, here's the thing: is they're mature seeds, so it happened early. And we're getting a bunch of immature seeds too. So I think something absolutely hermed. We just weren't fucking paying attention. And here's another theory I have too. And I was running this by him. I'm like, dude, the plant that has the most immature seeds is the one that's likely to be the plant that hermed. And here's my thinking on that is because the other two plants probably just want to fucking die already. They're like, I'm seeded, man. I'm like done. But that one, if it's herming, it's continuing to like try and fucking keep going, keep pushing.
Yeah,
so it's gonna have like the rest of them are gonna have like seeds that are mature, it's ready, it's done, and then this one, like I don't know, weird theory.
Yeah, I mean, I get the theory. I also think it's where pollen gets right. It's the less
no
like
doubt.
it
which also could be like it's pollen. I could have fucking simply gone from his house one time, came over to my house, and never thought nothing of it because I wasn't thinking there's fucking pollen anywhere. And that could absolutely be what I'm seeing. Yeah.
No, I mean, it happens. But
and I could have done it. Who knows?
Yeah, it's
old enough that this shit could have been flying from me.
Yeah, when you were doing your seed run, it could have possibly been.
I could have had it on me. It could have been dry enough. Who knows, man?
Yeah, I mean, shit happens. But I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, it's good that he doesn't get discouraged. I think one of the issues that I think we always realize is he always gets so fucking angry when shit like that happens. But you only can be angry at yourself, right? And that's part of why it stings so much. Like, yeah, fuck, I missed something. Like that sucks.
And I feel bad too because like I helped him with his grow. Mm-hmm. So I feel guilty, like I'm not getting over there enough to fucking, and it's like, no, man, this was a good learning experience for both of us.
Yeah.
Like It's awesome. But so anyways, I got those are all chopped down, and that's in the 100-gallon fucking soil in that 4x4. So I
Nice.
got
You go cover
cover
crop.
crop started. Yep. Got some cover crop started in there. I want a big fucking like massive like lettuce salad I can just fucking chop the shit out of and just have a green mesh to go down.
Yeah. How long are you gonna let it go? How long does that take?
I'm gonna give it as the next like 2 to 3 weeks because
Right on.
as it turns out, today I just started 6 solo cups of Blueberry Dragon Fire BX2 from
Is that
7
is that
East.
say that one more time?
I'm not even sure I got it right, god damn it. You fucking kidding me? Hold on, I texted him earlier. I pull it up. Blueberry Dragon Fire BX2 from 7 East.
Okay, so blueberry dragonfire,
Yep.
back crust.
Yep.
Right on. I don't know what that is,
Um
but
I don't
it
really
sounds like a
either.
fucking anime like fucking show.
I happen to have this in my stash. I ordered it maybe a year or two ago,
Oh, right on.
guessing. At least a year ago now. And then when I'm going through my collection and I was like, oh, clearly I bought this because the plant looked beautiful in the picture. And then I was reading the terpene description and it said something like their chosen plant or whatever happened to have like acrid skunk smell. And it was like, Dad's like, oh, I want to try that one. It's like, all right, man, here it goes. Nothing.
There you go.
So
His
even though
choice.
it says
Oh,
blueberry, apparently it's gonna have some fucking skunkies because he's still on the hunt, man.
well, it's good.
So
It gives you excuses to try all kinds of new things.
yep. Plus his 2x4 has 3 cuts of the Hella Jelly 3.
Oh, right
So
on.
yep. I actually just topped them. Actually, I filmed them. I took like fucking the top 3 off. So they're like really spreading out on the bottom because the big bed of soil comes up so much. So I'm like trying to start the spreading a little bit lower so that I can fill this thing for him. Like just absolutely get it fucking full because he's
There
super
you go.
happy with the Hella Jelly 3. So I'm hoping to fill this 2x4 up good for him. Getting ready here in the next week or two to take a cut just to make sure I still got her around. But
Oh yeah.
and then that like rounds out his garden because I mean he's happy with everything. It sucks that it got seeded out. So
Yeah.
onto the
On to the
blueberry
next one.
knuckle crispy dragon fucking who
Yeah.
knows what you call it.
Twin double dragon blue raspberry.
Fuck man. But no man, it just it was time. Like I finally today actually decided to fucking harvest my garden as well.
Yeah, dude. What'd you start with?
Everything.
Oh, that
No,
was
I
there you go.
chopped applesauce first.
Was it personal? Were you like, this has got to be the best one, right?
Dude, it was the biggest and it had like the most beautiful fucking foxtailing on it. And the smell off of that, it wasn't as loud as tangy, but it's got like this sugary, sweet fucking aroma, almost like the Hella Jelly does. It's got a very similar profile to the Hella Jelly. So it's
Interesting.
definitely one of the fucking favorites. Unfortunately, like I said, when I was sifting through the soil, one of the fucking buds that fell off because they're overhanging in the dry tent now.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like searching through it because it looked weird, and I was like, "What the fuck are these things?" And there's like little baby fucking seeds at the end of them. I'm like, "Fuck, man! I
Yeah.
definitely pushed these fuckers too far." They were probably done a long time ago, and I wasn't seeing senescence, and I wasn't seeing a fuck ton of ambering, and it just wouldn't amber. It wouldn't amber. I was seeing amber, but on like sugar leaves. So I was like, all right, even though I fucking hate coming in here, I'm just going to fucking throw it minimum water with the garden hose. And at the end of the day, that's basically was. So I pushed it probably 3 weeks past when I fucking should have. I should have harvested a while ago. But
Yeah, it's too late now.
yeah, what the fuck ever.
It'll still be good
The
stuff.
white sauce looked good too, man. It's like
Yeah, that fucking
it
guy
was
does good
weird
work.
because like remember these started off stunted from thrips and everything else, and then I fucking like
They've been through
remember the
hell.
picture I sent like that was like where's Waldo on
Yeah.
Discord? It was like 5 fucking plants in this 3x3 bed, and you couldn't tell the difference between the mulch layer and the cover crop underneath and where the fuck the plants were that were supposed to be growing in here. It's because, well, like, yeah, when they were in solo cups, I fucking ran them for like a month in solo cups. And they got thrips. They were over. It was like, okay, well, let's film them down to like 2 little nubs on all 5 of them. And here the winners are, because the only 2 of the 5 survived, and they were all BGG genetics. So, bravo, sir.
Yeah. He does good work.
Because
It
I
pains
put
us
these
to say so.
fuckers through the ringer, dude. This was the busiest summer probably of my life. And these fuckers are just like, yeah, sorry, I gave you a little seeds, but you fucking put me through hell, asshole. Fuck you.
Yeah. Minor inconvenience as you ignored them in the hottest days of the summer.
Ah, shit, man. They love me.
Well, fuck yeah, dude.
No,
I'm excited to see the smoke reports on all of it.
I can't wait. Oh, I took the Jesus, my mic was like up in my fucking eyeball. I took the Tangy and the Star Fox merch cross too.
Really? You took them down?
Yep, those are harvested as well.
Fuck yeah, that's tangy. Beautiful job, sir.
Oh man, oh god, so fucking loud. So loud. I can't wait. Dude. It was like one massive fucking cola at the top. It's like, oh, dude, there's probably fucking 6 ounces of weed off this stunted fucking autoflower. So I'm happy,
Yeah,
and it's the
I don't think
loudest
I'd
shit.
call 6
That
ounces
jar
stunted.
is never gonna get opened if there's another individual around me.
You're gonna hoard it, dude.
Yup. I did the work, bro. It's mine. Piss off.
Amen, dude. Well, yeah, I definitely hoard all mine personally, but benefits.
But no,
right?
I'm stoked I'm so stoked to get those fucking autoflowers out of that, because there's 2 apple dragons in that same tent, and they just need some humidity, man. I've had the humidifier off.
Oh yeah, they're dying.
Yeah. Oh man, they're slower. I have 2 other apple dragons, 1 and a 2x4 each. So these 2 are just like, bro, what are you doing to me? The other 2 are like, this is nice. It's hot and humid and
Exactly how we want it.
And these guys are going, water. Would you fucking water me, please?
We don't give a fuck about bud rot. We just want fucking.
Yeah, exactly. No, but
I forgot. I wanted clarification first. Sorry. What cross of merch was it? Was it the Cam number 2 by Star Fox?
No, it was the Dog Walker.
No, the
Star Fox crossed with Dog Walker. Dog Walker?
No, it's not. It's
Skywalker.
Skywalker and Forum Stomper by Star Fox. Yes, that's really good stuff. You're gonna love that.
I can't wait.
They all are, but yeah. Rudy has a name for it. I think it's like Cabin Stomper or something like that. It's a pretty good. It's a pretty good name. Yeah. Shout out Merch. If he's retired from making Canna content, but he's still posting amazing fucking pictures of his paradise life on Instagram.
Bravo, sir.
Yeah. He's a great dude. Anywho, sorry, I'm very excited for you to try that too. But
I can't wait. That is definitely a shorter, fucking stouter plant. So I'm guessing that's gonna be a nighttime smoker, because it looks like it just wants you to fucking sit there. Dude, I'm sure that looking at that plant, it looks like a fucking lazy boy. I'm not gonna lie. It makes me want to fucking veg the fuck out. So I can't wait because there's like, man, at night sometimes it's just like can't get enough. Dude, did I tell you about my sauce?
No, you didn't. The last
I
time that we
found
talked about the sauce, you smoked it, and then before we did an episode.
Oh yeah, it was sauced on an episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your South
genius idea, by the way.
South
But
spouse.
if I'm trying to go to sleep, I've found that the sauce is not what I'm looking for because if I consume too much of it at one time, I actually get a fucking headache.
That's wild.
It is so wild. And I wouldn't think nothing of it if it happened one time. It has happened several fucking times. And I'm like, dude, really? And it's like,
Yeah,
sure as shit. So I've just like stopped over consuming it. Like I'll save it for like the last joint before bed
there you go.
if I'm gonna sauce or do it earlier in the
Your
day,
sauce.
like and then mix one in throughout the day, but like too much in a row for sure. It like actually gives me a headache. It's weird.
That's
But
crazy. I've only had it once or twice. I've liked it, so I haven't grown it obviously. So I don't. You know how after a certain amount of time with a certain plant, you're just like explore it more, right? Kind of find
yeah,
all
no
the.
doubt.
It's not all positive after a while. You're like, oh, okay, so this one isn't that great. If I hit right after lunch or something,
Yeah, or you decide you need to make a fucking grocery run. Like, shit, I need milk like right fucking now, and it's a like super fucking sativa haze, and you're like every fucking twilight zone. You're like, fuck, which crop is what, and what's going on? What did I have for breakfast? Shit, does that cop smell my bacon? Do I have donuts in the back? Fuck, man. Oh god, he's right on my ass. What did I do? Okay,
oh man,
maybe don't consume and drive. Okay, buddy.
yeah. That brief peek into your mind was truly terrifying.
I'm sorry.
Um, no, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry for that.
Oh, everybody knows
Everyone.
how that is. Nowadays, man, everything's going wild. But oh fuck, I forgot what I was going to ask you in moments past. But I interrupted you. Keep going.
Forget where I was.
No, you were going to tell me your sauce story. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, no, that was it. The headache. But I
That's
think I
right.
was like finishing up the garden, which um I'm growing apple dragon currently is the only thing I have growing other than the seeds I just started for dad's garden and the hella jellies over at his.
Right
So I
on.
got like I said, the two in my 4x4 here. Um I just took and the 4x4 that has the other 3x3 bed that had the sauce in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I re-moistened that soil and started some cover crop in it as well. And actually, I ordered a bag of, and this was prior to fucking Black Friday, like a dumbass.
Of course.
The blue oyster straw log.
Oh
I've
yeah.
been wanting one of that since I've fucking been watching a ton of their videos, and I was like, finally, I'm gonna fucking order one because that's the bed that's gonna get the autoflowers.
Oh
So
dope.
I'm just trying to get this fucking bed back on track. I put that shit compost, and I'm sure that's where the spider mites came from. I'm sure that's where I was getting some of the burn issues from and shit. So I'm gonna start some cover crop. I'm gonna put my own worm castings on top of this and get like the soil like conditioned properly and start
Right
the
on.
fucking night owl run in there.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited about that.
But
That's our grow together coming up December 21st to January 16th is the open planting, I believe.
fucking A, which means I'm gonna have a massive fucking time here because I'm gonna do the same thing. Bed of green and then just chop and drop it and fucking put my own castings on top and
Yeah, I'm super excited to
yeah, it's
watch.
gonna be a
There's
blast.
going to be a lot of great entries. We'll get into mine. It'll be funny. But dude, what are your plans other than the auto bed? Is there anything sticking out in your mind or?
Uh I don't know. No, I just got to get these apple dragons flipped. I actually have one that's fucking close. I had to scrog it out the other day. I took some fucking bamboo, man, and just like
That's right.
twisted it up.
It looks fucking fantastic, dude.
I was looking and I was like, where's that white netting shit that I got? And I was like, fucking hate that stuff, man.
So
My 4x4s, I use the elastic thing and I can like raise it and lift it, and it pretty much stays in the tent with it. It's great. I just harvested the sauce and just kind of lifted the scrog back up out of it. But it doesn't really work in a 2x4. You can only find those elastic ones in the 4x4 size. And then I'm cutting my own fucking netting and tying shit around screws. I was like, fuck that. I'm grabbing bamboo, twisting it up, because then I can just untwist it and it's done.
yeah,
I
it's a
use that
great thing. And
green
just
rubber twist tie shit and just,
the plant tie things,
yeah, yep.
genius. Also, just quick note: you didn't need to use screws. You know.
Ah, fuck, that was funny as shit.
I saw that. My eye twitched out of it. I was like, "You bastard!"
No, but it
But
worked.
no,
I
your
did.
trellis does look great,
And then I fucking broke a couple branches. I zip
dude.
tied some shit together. I think it's doing okay. I got to go in and just make sure that she's looking good, because she was getting
Beat the
fucking like
fuck
she
out of
was. Oh yeah, I raped her.
her. Don't
Um, but she was like getting huge, man. She was touching the light. It was like, fuck, man, I gotta scrog this out. I was like hoping to. This was. I knew this was the one. She was just. She screamed, "Scrog me!" And then the other one and the other 2x4, she's that trifoid. She's got fucking 3 stems growing.
That's cool. Yeah, that one's really rad.
Um, I don't think it's gonna translate anymore, because it doesn't seem she's keeping that as the side branching goes. I'm not seeing trifoids at the side branching.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, so I don't think I think this is it. But
Still pretty
I'm
cool.
close to taking cuts of everything, so I'll probably take a cut of. I'll definitely take a cut of that trifoid just to see, and then
That
this
would be
other one that I'm
interesting.
scrogging out. It's got caught my eye, and then one of the other ones was that one that um I think was like a fucking helmet head, and I damn near snapped it off, and it was everything. Like the cotyledons were gone, but then eventually I saw the first nodules come out, and I was like, oh, cool, you lived, and you're a female, awesome. And she's raging now. She looks beautiful, and she's gonna look even better now that she's got some humidity coming her way.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So,
You can finally
but
breathe.
other than that, man, I've been trying to fucking get my worm bed going. I'm trying to
Yeah,
amp
how's
up
that going?
the 2 wheatgrass mats that I did. Like,
Yeah,
they're damn near consumed now at this point. So I'm gonna start
they
another
loved it, didn't
fucking.
they?
I'm seeing a lot more worms than I ever have before. I actually stole some to put in this the bed I chopped out of the
Fuck
sauce
yeah,
out of.
dude. They
So
use that bedding and as a home too, and they lay so many fucking cocoons in there.
oh man, you could see them. You could see the worms had like this yellowing and shit. It's like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, that you're pregnant. You're pregnant. That was cool as fuck.
yeah, it's great. Did it help with your gnat issue at all?
Yeah, they were gone. The fungus,
Fuck
the
yeah,
the fruit flies, like you could see them crawling through that fucking wheatgrass, and then you never saw them again.
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, it like that, and I, dude, one of
Just a
my
refresher for
job
anybody
sites.
that's well, hold on, sorry. Just a refresher for anybody that's listening. We're talking about using wheatgrass, sprouting wheatgrass, and using it as a cover for worm bins or like breeding bins if you want for the worms because they fucking will eat it and lay eggs in it. Blah blah blah. It's great shit. Anywho, sorry, one of your job sites.
No, dude, I'll even touch on that. It was amazing. I did my grass a little thin. I should have went thicker, but
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm seeing the population that I'm seeing, I'm confident I can go thicker. So if you've got a worm bed and you're not sure about your population, you could do a thinner mat, like not do such a heavy seed. But now that I see the population and see that it's ready to fucking go, I'm gonna do a heavy mat. I'm gonna fucking seed the shit out of it so that it looks like Forrest Gump wants to mow this
Oh
fucking
yeah.
thing.
And you can get really creative with it too. I know in some of the bedding options, like instead of just using cardboard or whatever, you can start getting it more nutrient rich or putting like, you know, nutrients into the actual bedding that you want to translate in eventually. Like there's really
Like
interesting
food
stuff that
into
you
it.
can
Yeah,
do.
hell yeah.
Yeah, you could get like, okay, this worm bin I only want to be for flour, right? And you could just go fucking heavy on making sure that the only things you feed that will translate well into flour and do other side. Like there's really specified ways that like I started getting into and doing plans on it, but some asshole opened a machine shop and took all my fucking free time.
What a
But yeah,
dick.
I mean, as you've seen, like with the wheatgrass too, like they get happy. It's rad and it solves a lot of your issues, man.
Oh man, it was wonderful, and I can't wait to start my next fucking batch. So much so I'm curious, like what laying a mat would do on top of one of my beds. If I took like a black plastic bag big enough, like maybe twice the size of one of those mats to like cover up that mat, could I get a huge fucking worm explosion in my big bed?
I think you would have better luck feeding like I think if you want like
Sprouted
avocado.
seed.
Well,
Oh yeah, the
if you
avocado
wanted to
tech.
get them,
Yeah.
yeah, you wanted to get them to the top, like avocado, mango, banana, and shit, they go fucking crazy for. And the good thing about banana and avocado, especially, is you keep the peel on. It kind of gives you like something to look at and pull up and look under to see all your worms come to it, right? But yeah,
Oh hell
avocado
yeah.
tech is an example.
Wasn't
Um,
Autopilot doing avocado tech?
someone was, I think it might have been him. He
I
was
wonder
looking
how that
into it.
happened.
I know that it's a couple people have talked about it, but yeah, I mean, there's just even if you weren't putting anything inside of the avocado and mixing, and it was autopilot talking about it, but it's just good to feed your worms that way anyway, right? So you
Fuck
can
yeah, I'm
get
gonna
really,
grab some.
yeah, you can if you wanted to see a big boost in your bed, then there's certain things that you can definitely feed worms that will increase their propensity to breed.
Um, Great segue because, like I was saying, on one
Talking
of my
about
job
breeding
sites.
next, let's go, baby. What? No,
No, no, no. On one of my job sites, there was this huge fucking oak tree, man, and it kept dropping fucking acorns
oh
all
shit.
over. Like every time you would hit a metal roof, it hit a car, it hit a fucking what the fuck was oh, another acorn, another acorn. So
Yeah,
one
yeah.
day after work, I was just fucking walking around, just picked up a box of acorns, and I took that to my ninja fucking grinder, and I ground these fucking acorns up, and I fed my entire worm bin, the whole like a fucking half-inch layer on top of the worm bin, on top of that wheatgrass.
Hell yeah.
It was fuck yeah, dude.
Um,
I was like, it's a seed meal, is it not?
yeah,
Or
but
is it
don't
nut
you have
meal?
to prepare don't you have to prepare acorns so they're not poisonous?
I don't know.
Don't eat it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. I think there's some. I think because I remember we have like coastal oaks and stuff in Orange County, and I remember I think there's a way that you have to prepare acorns that the Native Americans did to make it consumable. But I could also be totally wrong. I learned that shit like what 28 years ago, so who knows?
I don't know. I fed it to
Could
my
have been all
worms. I'm
made
sure
up.
they're
All the
okay.
shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, worms would be different than us. I would just be worried if you started making your own like acorn paste out of shit you're picking up off the ground.
No, but now I'm genuinely curious, and that's gonna be my next fucking Google search.
Well, I think it might be species of acorns that are edible. Who knows? There's something out there that someone out there
I
obviously who knows more
I
than me.
won't lie, I took a fucking nibble there. It was a little bitter.
What was crazy was you had hair before and now it's completely gone.
Oops.
No, I could be blowing smoke up your ass, but I remember something about them not being like you can't just eat them off the tree.
I I don't yeah, it's not I don't I've lived here a long time and it's well, deer do?
Yeah, deer and worms do. Are you a deer or a worm?
No, but
I don't
I eat
necessarily.
sugar.
Well, yeah, but also our beloved animals often eat their shit. That doesn't mean we should also start taking, we should never take dietal advice from dogs or animals,
That's
I guess
fucking funny.
it's my thought. But yes, that sounds fucking wonderful for your worms. But I think you should do something to the big bed to get the worms nice and randy, dude. Get that
I'm liking it.
population
I'm
boom.
like I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do that avocado tech.
There you go.
Jesus Christ. I also have a tongue sometimes. Avocado
just
tech.
avocado. Yeah, avocado. That's good. Avocado.
Oh shit. But as I sit here and pack this bowl, I'm like my garden rounds out, and I'm genuinely curious to hear about yours, man.
Yeah, man, mine's strolling along. Wouldn't it be funny if I was just like, no, fuck you, I don't want to tell you. No, no, mine's
No,
going great,
that
dude.
would
My
not be fun.
Alebrije tent, yeah, my Alebrije tent's got days going. She's on like day 43-ish, around there, to 45 some ish. I've got that Berserker Buds Solo Cup grow along for Association for Free Weed. Kick in, and then the Juicy by our Australian buddy Ozzy Otters, who, by the way, just started his grow up again. He's back and back from his little vacay, so stoked to have
Fucking
him. And
A.
finally, get some of that
Right
good
on.
Australian skill. No, don't do terrible accents. I want to hear it now. Give me more Australian accent.
I cannot.
That's
I
good
will
enough.
not do that.
That's
That's
better
the
than I can
best
do.
Australian I can do. It's my bong
It's
rip.
better than I can do.
I
Anywho,
used to
yeah. So
do when I
that
was a kid. I did a mean fucking Steve Irwin. Now right over here.
that's pretty good, actually. Jesus, Steve Irwin is a saint of it. Well, he's dead, but was.
His kid's a little badass now too. But here
Well,
we
fuck
go
yeah,
again.
dude. You'd have to be. Yeah, let's now. The next 30 minutes of the show will be dedicated to Steve Irwin, and we're just gonna
Giraffes
read
and
facts
Steve
about
Irwin.
his giraffes and Steve Irwin. Jesus, no. Yeah. So, and then the other last thing I have is that can of bonsai that I'm working on with Frogs makes from Alebrije in the frog pot that everyone says looks like Jar Jar Binks and is completely ruined how I look at it. So I want Howling and BGG to know that they've personally ruined someone's gift to me by making me only think of Jar Jar Binks when I see it. I hope you are proud of yourselves.
What assholes.
Seriously, it was the last thing that person gave me before they passed away. And these
We
people, no,
have
I'm
the
just kidding.
worst friends, man.
The worst people. And then in my 2x4, I started. So this is how fun this is. I started with regs on both earth boxes, and then I stunted the shit out of those poor reality benders that I will be planting again in the future because I looked forward to it. And then Frogetful Wedding has just taken over her complete side, and she's just this fucking chode bush that just keeps growing wider and wider and wider, and now she's growing vertically too. So I'm a little scared.
Is she showing signs of flipping?
Oh, she's just started getting pistols. Like, I mean, not just started. She had pistols, but she still hasn't gotten to pom pom stage. Like,
Fucking A.
Guy Fieri is not fucking in my tent at all. And I'll explain even more in a second of why. But yeah, she's still looking like she's pre-stretch as she's growing wider and wider, and finally now getting a bit of verticality. So it
Righteous.
is, but it's fucking day 43, dude, or 45 or whatever.
I was gonna
So
ask you when you said day 45. I was like, holy fuck, you should like. I normally am seeing pom poms ish.
yeah. No, I know. Normal, normal great things for great people. But no, that would sentence didn't make any sense. Don't worry about it. It's bound to
We
happen.
got a 125er coming.
Exactly. Which is fucking hilarious because after I stunted those two reality benders, I put in the Mandela effect from Night Owl. And I put it in a shitty spot too because Frogetful Wedding is now fucking shadowing over her, growing, But she's on day fucking like 16 and she still looks like a little seedling, like growing super slow. So I planted two more Star Fox, and at this point, I'm just like the Frogetful Wedding's eventually just going to take over the entire
Like,
2x4.
fuck it. I'm just gonna fill this fucking thing with solo cups and fucking forget
We'll
it.
see what happens. No, I'm kind of the real reason I haven't really done anything to address it is I want to see if what happened. So I planted those two Star Foxes, right? From merge to kind of get an idea of like see what's happening. I replanted it where I stunted those other two, but also because we have that grow along coming up soon. I don't want to be underway with something else. So I kind of planted something to test and be able to rip out just in time to kit plan. It's more just to figure out what the fuck's going on in that earth box, right? Because it was the one that Hubba Bubba Hayes was in that fucking blew up. So it can't be too hot.
Well, this is its third round now?
No, that's its second. Third.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the second one on that
This
one.
is its third one coming up, though. Didn't you have
Yeah, you're right. This will be the third. This was supposed to be the third one.
Yeah, this will be the third no-till, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Hell yeah, man.
And like I've on the lower end of top dress and reamends forever, so I wouldn't put it on being too hot at all. So
have I
maybe
what now? Are you seeing feeder roots?
yes, in my earth boxes I generally do. I know
Okay,
that
yeah.
when we were talking to Grateful, I just don't think Grateful sees him because he's fucking got so much going on. But his plants are fucking gorgeous, so he's doing everything right. But like, yeah, I'll see mine like come up generally and looking for shit, right?
I mean, I went looking today on that the one I have that's getting big that I had to fucking scrog out at this point. I'm like, okay, she drank 2 fucking gallons of water. I must have like missed a day or something like that because she drank 2 gallons of water in a day. Because the next day I went in there, I was like, okay, I gotta think about scrogging this. I was like, dude, I just watered yesterday. It's gone,
Dude. So on this Frogetful wedding, right? Like the first time I filled her res, which generally the first time you fill a res in an earth box, as you know, is like almost 2 weeks before it's gone, right? Little less
Yeah.
depending on
Yeah.
how quick you do. But she went through it in 6 days.
Holy fuck.
She is
dude.
averaging, and I kid you not, she is still not in flower, and she is the most she has gone is 6 days in between reses. And
Holy
what's
shit.
even crazier is even Dazed is a thirsty gal, and she's on the smaller end of the spectrum, but she's gorgeous. Of course, Alabrije does great work, but yeah, even she's drinking faster, and it's not like I was like, okay, well maybe my conditions are out of whack if I'm losing water. No, dude, they're just some thirsty gals.
I'm wondering if it's also the time of year. Is it really dry? Does it get drier there this time of year, or do you always
Yes, I
just deal with
mean
humidity?
it depends because right now, because of where I am, I always deal with humidity because of the marine layer, right? Um, but also we're having our Santa Ana winds, so we're having really dry, hot winds. So like the winds are making it kind of drier, but not necessarily like it's not nothing. I've had no wild swings in my lung room. It's all been
Right.
standard. Like I've actually been impressed with how well it's kind of held up
Okay,
being in
so
an
they're just some
uninsulated room.
thirsty bitches.
Yeah, man. And this Frogetful, I kid you not, the amount of leaves this lady's, and you know how little I like to defoliate, right? You know how much I love the
Uh-huh.
natural growth and everything. Like this, I've defoliated 3 times already,
Holy
which is more
shit.
than most of my plants get in their entire grow.
Yeah.
And we're only 43 and not a single solid pom-pom, dude.
Holy
So
fuck,
we're
man.
already at 43. Yeah, it is funny because it's of course, I had a good time, but like I was worried because I'm like, oh man, my other earth box, I was 15 days behind, and now I'm going to be like 30 days behind, and I'm trying to do things differently to keep plants swinging through quicker, and I'm just having the worst luck, and I'm just like, of course, dude, perfect timing. So it's always super fun.
Planning. Every time I
Yeah,
plan something, it
it
always
sucks.
fucking goes south.
Well, and you know how I have to juggle because I'm fucking maxed out on power and all the space and shit. Like, I'm in a situation where basically everything goes smoothly and I'm happy and a little wrinkle. So now it's like, damn, because everything's thrown off. It's like, oh, you got to rerun the portable AC, which is just more money. Which is like, it's nothing in hindsight. It just sucks,
Yeah, it's complicated the way you have to fucking manage your grows, and it's different from one grow to the next. I see that just going to dad's house. It's like,
Oh yeah,
what do you want me to tell you? You won't put fucking power up here. You won't do this. So I'm trying to tell you, but then you also won't do the things necessary so you don't have to spend the money. You're irritating, bro.
Yeah, no, it is one of the, it's like I said, that's why I said earlier, is like whenever you have a problem like that and you realize it's your fault, it always sucks a little harder because you're like, there was a time when I was like, I'm not gonna go check. Fuck it, it's fine, right? It's like every time I've ever scrapped a fucking part or crashed a machine, it's always when I'm like, nah, I don't need to double check. And I'm like, I
Yeah,
should have fucking double checked. It's the human
exactly.
condition.
I
It's
know
like
this
I
one's gonna fit.
no, yeah, exactly. This will work.
Mm.
No, it's like one of we were talking earlier, and I complimented you talking about how you were smarter than I and to Howling, and you're like, don't. I forget exactly how you phrased it, but you're like, don't compliment me too quick. I did the easiest, laziest way I did it. I could do it, and I was like, that's exactly why I meant smarter. The quickest, easiest way to do the least amount of work is the one beautiful, not the only one, but one of the great things about your mind. It's how can we do the most for the least amount of human work? And I fucking love it.
Ah, accidental intelligence. Wisdom. Accidental
It counts.
wisdom.
It still counts.
I'll take it. I
Fuck
think
yeah,
I
dude.
enjoy wisdom over intellect.
I, I am of the opinion that someone who has common sense and is moderately intelligent is much better than a super intelligent person, because a super intelligent person knows a lot about one thing and is practically useless in every other aspect of life.
Push this button. Sorry, I can't do that. I don't know
Yeah.
how the button works or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
it's like talking to a physicist, the smartest person about physics. You ask them how to tie their shoe, and oh, fuck about it. I always like, there's you always get the jack of all trades, master of none, right? I find that those are the kind of people you really want to know.
Yeah, they're fun too.
Yeah, exactly.
They've
Just
always
enough
got
to for
what
the
you
fun.
need in a fucking drawer downstairs in their fucking dungeon or
Or
some shit. They're like,
at
oh
the
man, I got that.
at
Hold on, I'll go. I got it in my attic.
or if they don't, they'll go, I know how to make something that'll work, or we can get past this. Like it is always that's what that kind of knowledge is. Just enough
Thank
to
you,
bypass
Richard Dean
things.
Anderson.
Oh man, yeah, no. So that's what I've got going now. I've got for some stuff, exciting stuff coming up with the grow along coming together, and we've got all kinds of decisions coming up on what to go there. But I'm excited, man. This Forgetful is BGG is really, I think, trying to get revenge on all the negative things I said about him, because I just hit her with another T the other day, I think. So that's her second one. She's been top dressed twice already, and she just fucking eating it up, dude.
Jeez, I have to fucking do a T on my fucking earth boxes, man. I was noticing that top layer getting dry. I'm like, what in the fuck, man? Is it not wicking? It's like not wicking or it's not wicking. I don't give a shit either way. It's a perfect time to add a T, whether it's dry at the bottom or not. I'm
Exactly.
seeing it dry on the top letter. Fuck yeah, adding
You
a
know,
T.
I was gonna ask, because I've noticed with the longer that you go no till in the earth box, so like I was wondering if the wicking was getting shittier, right? Like if it needs to be repacked down. Because I've noticed that in one of my boxes, it looked like it wasn't wicking all the way to the corners. And you can't go in there and diagnose it because you're trying to no-till it and all that shit, obviously. But I noticed that after a tea and I sprayed it, everything seemed to kind of work out. So I was wondering
What
if you
I'm
noticed that
seeing is
too,
like
but
I'm
haven't
getting
answered it.
dry. I have a layer on both of them that is not been eaten or touched. So I haven't done anything. It's just a layer of build a flower on top that like
Okay.
didn't get ate because the plants weren't big enough to consume this fucking shit, this top layer last time.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing anything, but it's not wicking up enough and it's actually like drying and pulling away from the sides of the box.
Yeah, that's the issue that I was having.
Yep, exactly. So I think I just need to like re-moisten the top and, like you said, give it a tea or something. When I defoliate, I shove the leaves in there, and
Yeah,
they're
so do
not.
I.
They're just crinkling up. They're not getting consumed or nothing. So I know that
Hit it with some
I'm
tea, some
good on a
microbes for
fucking
sure.
top dressing. Yeah, like they need some microbes. They don't need nutrients. And the plants are fucking raging. There isn't a spot on either one of them. They're happy as can be. So
Yeah, they look fucking stoked.
yep. Dude, these fucking Earthbox techs is fun. I'm regretting almost going to the big bed at Dad's house and his 4x and his 2x4. I mean, I kind of wish we had stuck with an Earthbox and one plant, one photo period in an Earthbox is is fun in a 2x4 tent.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, like I was talking about that earlier with you, but also like just watching the photo fill out a tent in an earth box is fucking really cool.
It really is.
There's something to be said, and you can easily fill a fucking 2x4 with just an earth box and a photo. You could
For
do it
sure.
with some mottos, but with a photo, you could really fucking make it look cool.
I'm giving it a little more time to finish scrogging out this left
Or you
2x4,
flip.
but the one with that trifoid, I topped it
Mm-hmm.
because it wasn't getting any side branching at all.
Interesting.
As soon as I started pulling some leaves, it started getting some side branching now, and it's all starting to come up. But this one's a candidate that as soon as I'm ready to flip that other 2x4, I think I'm just gonna flip this one and maybe just put some bamboo out to hold some branches and like stick it in the earth box or something to like tie it up. But to
You
like
should
not
do.
really, other than the topping, not really train it because it just seems like all the branches are coming up pretty even right now.
You should do something where you keep, where you put bamboo in all four corners and build like a cage around it, kind
Oh
of.
hell yeah. Yeah, it's probably what it's gonna need. That would be fucking perfect.
That's what I was. That's what I wanted to do with one of my last ones, but because I have two in the same, and I never want to. Once they get going and they're fairly large and they're in flower, I never want to fucking take them out to do shit. That's why the yo-yos work so well. But I started to build a cage around one, and I really think it'd be pretty nice,
Oh hell yeah.
especially with the way that you just did your trellis. It would match, dude. How matchy.
Super. That'll be such an Instagram picture.
It would be good. You do take good pictures.
Fabulous. I
Um,
used to. I used to could.
you still do. Shut your goddamn mouth. Um, but yeah, no, I really think those two being a side by side it would be really cool, especially if
Oh
you
yeah.
kept the bamboo cage and the bamboo trellis.
I'm doing it. You talked me right into it.
I'm fucking good at talking you into shit, man. It's crazy.
Darn it. It's almost like we have
We're bad influences on each other.
no, I wouldn't say that.
No, me either. There,
But
you.
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say no. I was gonna say we couldn't possibly be bad influences on each other. We're both in better places having met each other.
Fucking that is the truth.
Amen. Dude.
Amen. And speaking of amen, it is Sunday.
You're goddamn right. It is.
Hit us with that sermon, Padre.
Well, I got a pretty easy one, like I say every time, but this one's a little bit of a rehash because it's super important. But we always mention that knowledge should be free and information and stuff like that, and we push that hard at YAG, but also just really try to find something you're interested in that necessarily isn't something you're doing now. Broaden your horizons in learning. Johnny and I just got in on some exciting Discord stuff with mushrooms that is coming out of left fields because it's exciting to learn and try new things. Don't be a dick. Mind your own business and go with Frog.
Amen. And thanks for
See you
listening,
later,
everybody.
bitches.
Peace.
Peace.